Look, what $700,000 buys you in Scottsdale, it shocks most people moving here from other markets. And I mean that in a good way. I'm Leandra Mora, your Scottsdale realtor. Most of my clients, they're relocating here from California, Seattle, New York, and even Canada. And the one thing they all have in common is that they don't just want a regular house. They want the right house in the right community that actually fits how they live. And here's the thing. What your budget gets you here is completely different than what you're used to. I've dropped a link in the description of current Scottsdale listings that you can check out for yourself. You can browse through them, filter by neighborhood, and if something catches your eye, you can book a private tour right there too. No pressure, just clarity. All right, so let's dive in. Here's what I see all the time. Buyers coming from other markets where $700,000 means one very specific thing. Maybe it's a fixer-upper, maybe it's a townhome in the suburbs, or maybe it's something that needs work. No one wants to buy a house and remodel it, unless you're an investor, of course. But in Scottsdale, seriously, that same budget opens up a completely different lifestyle. And this is important, what you get depends way less on square footage and more on community structure, location, and how you actually want to live. Let me explain. At this price point, a ton of smart buyers are intentionally choosing condos and townhomes. Not because they have to, not because they can't afford it, it's because they want to. They travel 6 months a year, or they have a house in a different state. They definitely don't want to deal with pool maintenance, landscaping, or worrying about their roof while they're in Napa for the summer. They want what we call lock and leave living. And in Scottsdale, I have to say, we do it pretty good here. But here's where Scottsdale gets interesting. A lot of lock and leave properties aren't just in a gated community. They're in layered gated communities. You might drive through DC Ranch, go through one main gate, then you'll have to pass through a second gate into a smaller neighborhood, and sometimes there's even a third gate. Usually it's an enclave of 20 to 30 homes. It's privacy within privacy, and it's intentional. These inner communities often include exterior maintenance, landscaping, even roofs and paint. Some even have concierge services. It's basically resort-style living without the resort price tag. For the right buyer, this is gold. Not all Scottsdale condos are created equal. If you're looking closer to Old Town or Central Scottsdale, you're getting walkability, restaurants, nightlife. It's vibrant, it's urban. It's for people who want to be in the action. Sounds like a lot of fun to me. But if you're looking in North Scottsdale's communities like Troon, Silverleaf, or Grayhawk, it's a totally different vibe. It's quieter, it's more golf-oriented, more residential. You're surrounded by desert views, mountain backdrops, and privacy. Same price point, completely different experience. Here's something buyers don't always expect. In some of those luxury communities, you're not dealing with just one HOA. You might have a master association plus a sub-community HOA and a golf or club membership. sometimes those memberships have a long wait list, especially if you're looking at communities like Desert Mountain. They have like a 2 to 3 year wait for their golf club membership. So definitely beware if you're looking in that area. And I know you're thinking that sounds like a lot, but here's the reality. That structure is why communities hold their value. It's why the landscaping always looks perfect. It's why your neighbor isn't parking an RV in their driveway. It's consistency, privacy, and long-term protection for your investment. For the right buyer, this isn't a downside. It's the point. Now, let's be real for a second. What $700,000 usually does not buy you, at least without trade-offs, is a brand new single-family home with a big yard inside Scottsdale's most exclusive golf communities. Listen, that's just the reality of the market today in 2026. But, and this is key, what it does buy you is access. Access to incredible amenities, access to privacy, access to communities where everything is taken care of and ownership feels simple. This is where I see the smartest buyers, they think differently. Instead of asking, how much house can I buy? They're asking, how do I want this house to fit my lifestyle? That one shift changes everything, because suddenly you're not just chasing square footage, you're designing a lifestyle. And when the right home comes along, it becomes very obvious. Most buyers I work with at this level aren't trying to see every listing on Zillow. They want to see the right listings in the right neighborhoods with someone who actually understands how HOA structures, maintenance responsibilities, community access all work together. That's what I do every day for people just like you. So, if you're relocating to Scottsdale and you want clarity on what your budget actually gets you, whether it's a condo, a townhome, or a lock and lease setup in a gated community, I've linked a free Scottsdale relocation guide below in the description. And don't forget, I still have that live feed for you to check out what's available on the market in this price range. Listen, it's no BS. Just info you can actually use to make a confident decision. And if you're trying to decide between a full-time lock and leave setup, second residence, or maybe it's your main residence, drop a line in the comment section and let me know where you're at. I read every single comment and I'll reply with my best advice. Again, I'm Leandra Mora, your Scottsdale realtor, and I'll see you in the next one.